I recently posted about the fact I'm 26 years old and I'm in $95,487.73 worth of debt, and I want to talk about it. Up until 24 hours ago, I did not know that was actually the total of all of my debt, credit cards, and student loans. That number.
No, no, not the credit cards. Some of the worst debt you can be in your life is credit card debt because it may never end. And I'm saying that being a little bit extra, right? It can and will end for a lot of people if they do it right. But the interest rates on those cards are so extremely high. It sometimes doesn't matter if you throw an extra couple $100 on it because the balance doesn't decrease at all. Okay? I saw the title. I'm 26 years old and I'm in 95K worth of debt. I saw that. I said, I gotta react to it. I gotta see what she's talking about, see what happened here. So I guess most of that is because of her student loans. Let's see what she does before we critique that as well. Let's see.
Also does not include my auto loan, and if we are adding in my auto loan, the total number is $110,938.83.
I would say this too. I'm gonna let it play. I promise. Go check her channel out as well. Link will be down below in the description of this video. But a lot of people are like normalizing all loans. We all need a car, yes. Okay. But depending on, what type of car you get, I don't believe in buying new cars fresh out the lot. I don't know her circumstance on that either. Let's keep rocking though.
Since totaling up all of my debt, I don't think I've actually gotten one good breath of oxygen in the last 24 hours. I feel like there is a elephant sitting on my chest, and I don't think I can sit still because all I keep repeating is $95,487.73.
That's a lot of money.
All of this debt was racked up through decisions I made between the ages of 18 and 26. My first associate's degree I got from a community college and I didn't have to pay for because of the Pell Grant, but I decided to go to a university and got my bachelor's degree, which is where I really started to rack up the debt. Then in the last 2 years, I decided to finish a nursing degree at a community college in the last 2 years, but that's where I started to rack up even more debt. What really sucks is realizing.
Hold on, wait a minute. You went to community college, then you went to university, then you went back to community college? Okay. I'm trying to understand what's going on. Let's keep going.
That the majority of these student loans is not from tuition. It's actually from living expenses and living way above my means. My debt comprises of 2 credit cards, 5 federal student loans, and 5 private Sallie Mae loans. I can handle the federal student loans, but when I tell you Sallie Mae is bending me over and not in a way I like, it's actually insane. Sallie Mae is genuinely evil and they prey on young students. And the reason why they take advantage of young students is because they know if you're reaching out to a private loan like that, you genuinely need it. Out of the 5 Sallie Mae loans I have, one of the interest rates that is the highest is 16.28%.
Boy, that's a credit card right there. Good God. Man, whoa. I'm glad I never had any private student loans, bro. That's insane. I've always heard about Sallie Mae and, numbers, but that's ridiculous. What? Let's keep going.
The lowest interest rate I have with Sallie Mae is 9.88%. Now, my federal student loans are between 4 and 6%, which I think is manageable. Although I had parents who would tell me what I should or shouldn't do, I never had anybody really sit me down and fully teach me financial literacy. I never had anybody sit me down and really explain to me the scope of what I was doing and what it would look like in the future when I had to pay for it. In the moment, all of the student loans just felt like fake money because they just kept coming and I just kept spending. I don't regret any of the experiences I've had between the ages of 18 and 26 or any of the things that I've done, but I do wish that I managed my finances way better than this. I think what's even more sad is a lot of these student loans were going to rent, which my rent was around $1,200 a month, and that's been consistent over the last 2-3 years. Thankfully, I do have a finance bro as a boyfriend, and he is really great at managing money and managing wealth, and so I am working with him to do a snowball effect. If I snowball all of my loans at the current rates that they are without consolidating them, I can pay all of this off by 2032. It's really sad because I'm excited about starting my first nursing job next month, but at the same time, I know that all of the money I'm making is going to debt. I'm turning 27 this year, and I wish I could be thinking about starting a family or getting married or buying a house, but really, I can't think about anything but paying off this debt. The last thing I would want to do is bring a child into this world while I have debt hanging over my head. So it almost feels like my life is kind of on hold right now, but I feel like it's even more motivation to just pay this off as quickly as possible. It is what it is. What's done is done. And at the end of the day, if you are in your early 20s and you're thinking about taking out student loans, I urge you to reconsider and ask yourself whether or not you really truly need it. If I knew then what I know now, I would tell myself that no experience, no desire, no want is worth the stress that I feel now.
The thing about it, like she said, education is key. And you don't learn these things. A lot of people don't know how much money they actually owe, especially student loans, man. They going to school, whether you're in school and you're learning and you got your head inside of a book, or if you're going out on Friday, Saturday night, and you turning up all day. Either way, most people, most students don't know how much they actually owe until they get to the end and you get that email and it's like, look, you ain't in school no more. We gonna need that check. We gonna need some money about you in about the next 6 months. We gonna give you some leeway to find a job, but after that, run them pockets. We see it all the time. Now, in her situation, I'm glad that she's taking accountability. I'm pretty sure though, there's some things that she probably could do a little bit different that she isn't thinking about. And shout out to whoever this financial guy is. Hopefully, he knows exactly what's going on. But let's see if she has an update, and we'll go from there.
About 2.5 months ago, I posted about the fact I'm 26 years old and $95,487.73 worth of debt, majority of that being student debt, and I'm here to give you guys another update. Many of you recently saw a video that I posted talking about how I paid $1,600 towards one of my credit cards, completely paying it off thanks to the money that I made from the Creator Fund. And while I was on the high of having paid off a credit card, feeling like I was really actually making a difference in my debt, I'm here to tell you the sad reality is that it barely moved anything. When I originally first posted about my debt, one of my credit cards had a balance of $2,548.08. That balance has since increased, which it got to $3,617.17. I was able to pay $400.
So I assume in the other video that she had two credit cards, one paid off, but the other balance is now risen so high. It's almost like she didn't do anything at all. That's what I'm taking away from this.
Towards that from my Creator Fund money this month. So the new balance is $3,217.17. In my head, the fact that I paid $1,600 towards my debt and another $400 towards my debt without realizing there was an increase on one of my credit cards, I was sitting there thinking that I really made a difference in my debt. Okay, I was expecting to look at my new balance and it be like $93,000. I was feeling really good when I paid off that credit card and I made sure TikTok knew that I paid off that credit card. I was feeling good until I was hit with reality. And that's when I realized interest was still accruing on all of my loans. And I guess, forgot about it. Honestly, I knew that my loans and my credit cards were all accruing interest every single month. I just think that I was blocking it out mentally so that I could feel better about the money that I was sending to my debt. So without further ado, let me give you a new total on my debt. So with the money that I sent to my credit cards and the increase as well and all of the interest, I have a new total of $95,456.54, which is only a $31.19 difference than when I first started this debt series.
Credit card debt, man.
Honestly, someone hit me with a bus.
Not a bus. Credit card debt, man. It's just so traumatic. It's so sad. It's just one of those things. The worst thing you can get yourself into, especially when you have so many different options of not doing so, because it holds on to you. On top of her having those Sally Mae loans that have ridiculous interest that for going to school shouldn't even be a thing, but those were personal student loans that she took out, and she said herself she probably didn't have to do that. And so this is what you get when you do things that, may bring you a little bit of joy at the time, but then in time you realize that you probably should not have worried about it, because now it has a strangle. It has a chokehold on your life. It's holding on to you more than you would like it to. Those federal loans, she's probably gonna knock out. Congratulations to her having a job as a nurse. I don't know how much she's making. I don't know what type of nurse she is. All I know is she went, got a degree in the medical field. I applaud that. Whatever it is what it is. Good for her on that part. But the sad thing about it is that little bit of extra, that I think she said like in the teens type of interest rate with that Sally Mae loan is going to hold her for a little bit. A lot different from somebody getting out having around a 46% federal loan on their student loans, or a federal percentage on their student loans or whatever. Now, that is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But at the end of the day, all we can do is do, like she said, hustle, try to get to the money. And like I always say, anybody who is doing what they can to make some extra money out here in these streets. And if you want to follow her journey, link down below in the description. I did find out that she tried to do some consolidation, but it didn't work. It's an entire thing. Look, shout out to her. Hopefully we all can get out of this student loan debt. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe.